Hi everybody. This is area of a circle. I'm not sure what number we're on, but area of a circle. So that's what we're going to learn about today. Remember to stop the recording as much as you need to so that you can get all your notes. Your essential question is, how do you find the area of a circle? Let's start by labeling the parts of a circle. So the center, that's obvious enough. Put a little dot there for our center. Your radius, you just label them. You don't need to make the list of words. Let's just label. Let's put a little arrow on that says center. Diameter is going to go all the way across. I'm going to change colors for that. So this is our diameter. And the diameter is the same as 2 radii. That's spelled diameter, D-I-A-M-E-T-E-R, diameter right there. And then the circumference is the area, or the distance, the distance around the circle is your circumference. So just a little circle vocabulary to remind you. Whoops. And again, you can just draw the picture with the labels on it. Will be just fine. You don't need the list here. You can forget that part. Okay. Okay, next. So area, as a reminder, is 2D. It is like tiles that you would cover a floor with. You're looking for the number of square units. So examples of area would be like carpet on a floor, paint on a wall. If you're mowing a lawn, how much lawn you're mowing, tar in a parking lot. Those are all examples of 2D spaces that you would measure in square units. So that would be area. The area formula for a circle is pi r squared. So let's go ahead with this first example and find the area given that the radius r is 5. So area equals pi times, we're going to substitute the 5 in and square it. So area equals 5 times 5 is 25. We'll call it 25 pi. So usually we put the number in front of the pi if we're leaving it in terms of pi. But oftentimes you will be, multiplying out what you have. So be sure to, if you are doing that, that you're going to substitute 3.14 for pi. So A equals 25 times 3.14. And you are welcome to use your calculator for this. In fact, I'm going to pause and use mine. Okay, so that comes out to 78.5, and that would be square units. So this is maybe, let's say that's centimeters, then this would be centimeters squared. Okay, let's try the next one. Okay, so for the next one, we're being given the diameter. That should be going all the way across. Sorry, that's my fault. That should be going all the way across. So if you notice in the area formula, which you should be writing every time, area equals pi r squared, there's no d in it. There's no diameter in it. So go ahead and find out what the radius is. If the diameter is 12, then the radius is going to be half of that. So the radius is going to be 6. So now we can plug in and say A equals pi times 6 squared. 6 squared makes 36. So you can leave it as 36 pi. Or if you're being asked to calculate it, to approximate it, then you're going to replace pi with 3.14. So 36, sorry, that's supposed to be an equals, that looks like a 2, times 3.14. And I'm going to pause it and use my calculator. You do the same. Okay, that comes out to 113.04. And I don't know, let's say that was inches. So then that would be inches squared for our units. Let's try another one. Okay, so here we have 0.5 is our radius. So area equals pi r squared. So area equals pi times 0.5 squared. So area is going to equal 0.25 pi. But if we need to be more accurate, then area is going to be equal to 0.25 times 3.14. Let's pause and use our calculators. So that comes out to 0.785. Let's say it was feet. So then this would be feet squared. Okay, solve for another dimension. So here we're solving for radius. We're already given the area. So if area equals pi r squared, this time we know the area, so we're going to go ahead and plug that in and replace a. So 28.26 equals, we know what pi is, that's 3.14. And then we don't know what r is, so we're going to leave r squared there. So think about, focus on this side of the right side of the equation. You want to get r squared alone. So we're going to divide both sides by 3.14. Let's pause for a minute and use our calculators. Okay, so that means this comes out to 9, and then we're left with r squared. And remember, the way we undo squaring is by square rooting. So we're going to square root both sides. So we end up with our radius is equal to 3. Okay, try a couple more. Okay, so again we're finding the radius. We're given the area. We're going to use our formula, a equals pi r squared. So let's go ahead and plug in our area. 200.96 equals, we'll plug in the value of pi, 3.14, and then we'll leave r squared. So we're going to need to divide both sides by 3.14 to get that r squared alone. And again, here's where we get our calculators out. So I'm going to pause it. Okay, so that comes out to 64 on the left equals r squared on the right. And now we square root both sides, and we end up with r is equal to 8. Last one. Okay, this time we're trying to find the diameter, and we're given the area. So again, we're going to still go to our area formula. Area equals pi r squared. We do not have diameter here, but we'll go back to that at the end. We know that a diameter is equal to twice the radius, right? That from here to here, that would be one radius, and from here to here, that's the other radius. So we'll just take whatever we get for the radius and multiply it times 2. That'll be our diameter. So we're getting 176.625 is our area. Pi is 3.14, and then we have r squared. So once again, we're going to divide by 3.14. Divide by 3.14, do that on both sides. Pause and let's use our calculators. Okay, so that comes out to 56.25, and that's equal to r squared. And now to get undo the squaring, we're going to square root both sides. So one more time, go to your calculator. Square root 56.25. Let's pause. Okay, and that comes out to, oops, hang on. Sorry about that, I forgot because I was flipping around from screen to screen. That comes out to 7.5. So if that's our radius, remember we're going back to find diameter. So we're just going to take 7.5 and multiply it by 2, and that'll be what our radius is. So 7.5 times 2 ends up giving us 15. So our diameter is equal to 15. Okay, that's it for today. Make sure you're doing both sides of your assignment tonight. And feel free to look back at this video to help you. Have a good day. Bye.